feel like my whole house feels a mess, so well, it smells amazing. It is a ginger and pumpkin cake. I love a good cleaner to get me excited to clean the house. So I'm actually going to continue my reset and sort out. So it's a reset in many ways and not just giving the house a bit of TLC. I keep meaning to do this, so today is definitely the day. Let's start this power hour and get my bits and pieces done. Hi there, welcome back to a new video. We're going to be giving the house a little bit of TLC today, so I hope you're looking forward to maybe working with me, popping this on while you do the same. I've made myself a little bit of a list. I've been really busy with work recently, and you know when you start to notice, I went up the stairs this morning and I noticed how dusty it was. Just everything is feeling dusty, a little bit messy, and it just needs a good going over. I have got a Zoom call to do in just over an hour, so I'm hoping to get it done within the hour. To make myself really productive, I've given myself a list. I always find this works better for me. I've got on here, we're going to jump straight into this by the way, because I don't want to waste any time today. Clean up the kitchen and clean the floors. I want to put on a chili if I've got time as well. I'm going to try a different sort of chili. I've defrosted some sausages at the weekend that we use. I've got about 6 left, I think. So I would like to make a sausage and bean chili. So we're going to do that today, a little bit different. Dust downstairs, do the stairway, bathroom floors, and bleach the loos. I feel like my whole house feels a mess, so I just feel I can't do everything today. I haven't got the time. But if I can tackle a few little areas that make a big difference, I think it would give me a different feeling about the house, because at the moment, no matter which room I go in, it feels messy, if that makes sense. I'll show you around and let you have a little look and you'll understand what I mean. So we've had breakfast this morning, that's all out. I baked a cake yesterday afternoon, which I'll tell you about in a moment. Need to tidy all this up after breakfast. Got a few bits and pieces out to clean all the floors and dust. I would love to clean all the bathroom floors. Dust in here, just sort of pick up a few bits and pieces, and you're not really going to see on here, but everywhere just feels dusty at the moment. And then upstairs, we've actually had our little hoover going round up here, our little vacuum guy. He's done one swoop. We're just charging him. We're going to do another one. He's done a really good job. So we've had a few bits and pieces. So I've got a few bits and pieces to pick up after he's done his round. This was blocking off the stairway because otherwise he tries to go down there and then he gets in trouble. I want to have a quick sort out in the main bathroom, clean the floors and the tidy up. I need to empty the bin in my craft room. The vacuum cleaner can do another round in here. And in here I've got a pile of clothes, and the vacuum cleaner's done really well with my hair actually, but again, a few little bits I'm hoping he'll finish picking up in here. I lost my gym gear. I'd put it somewhere safe so that in the morning I can put it on when I get up, and I couldn't find my little set, and he's just pulled it from under the bed. I must have just tucked it under the bed so that in the morning it's ready for me to put on. And I didn't know where it was, and he's found it for me, so I'm quite pleased about that. I want to give this plant some love. I think it's going to die on me. It was doing so well. I've been checking the moisture, but it's going, so I think I might just give it a bit of a cut because it got really long, but I wonder if I've let it get too long. So I wonder, tell me what you think. If I cut it back, will that give it a little bit of a health kick? I don't want it to die. I love it so much, and it's just done so well. And this is the cake I made yesterday. I've made 2. There's another one on the side as well, which I've wrapped. The cake, well, oh, it smells amazing. It is a ginger and pumpkin cake. I used butternut squash. That was the plan. I was supposed to film this video yesterday, and then I had a couple of very long family phone calls, so I ended up making the cake anyway because I really wanted to make it. So I filmed that ready, and I just didn't get around to doing my home reset after all. So I will include this as well because I really want you to see the cake. It was so good, and it's starting to go sticky. When you first bake it, it's crunchy on top, but then after a few hours it starts to go sticky. It's a really good variation of like a Jamaica type ginger cake. I don't know, do they actually eat ginger cake in Jamaica? It's just something we grew up with, didn't we? Jamaican ginger cake. Is that something that's quite traditional over there? If you know, let me know. I would love to find out. So let's start this power hour and get my bits and pieces done.
Don't forget to breathe. Breathe. 'Cause every poison word that's on your breath makes me hate the smell of cigarettes. Breathe. Just breathe. They say that
This tidy up is very long overdue. You know when something's playing on your mind and you can just see the jobs build up and get more and more, and it's been frustrating me, and I've just been so busy with work. This always happens when I've just had my really full-on week of work, and I really noticed the difference that I'm just not doing the usual little pickups, the usual little sweeps around the floors, and I just really noticed the difference. We've both been working such long hours lately. So although I was really busy today, I just wanted to dedicate an hour to getting the house done. And I know I say it all the time, but just writing that list for me makes such a difference. Almost switching off for an hour, not going on social media, not answering the phone, and just dedicating an hour to the house. And it doesn't sound a lot, and sometimes that's all it takes, and it's amazing what you can actually achieve in that hour. It really does make a difference. So I really recommend you trying this, and if you don't have an hour, try half an hour, because a dirty 30 can work just as well. Again, it's amazing what you can get done in that time. And it's like sometimes you don't even notice, like now the floors don't look that bad, but actually they really are. And like under the table was really bad, and you know when like you're sitting having dinner and you think, oh gosh, I need to do that, and then you get up there, you clear up after dinner and you completely forget about it. And again, it's not until you sit down that you think, oh, I didn't do that. So again, this is what I'm dedicating this next hour for, are those jobs that I keep meaning to do. And it becomes quite frustrating, and it does play on me because I do like a tidy house. This was something that's been bugging me. The last few evenings I've sat having dinner and I've noticed how grubby the sofas are. I'd popped some flowers up on the shelf, and they've been shedding petals, little sunflowers, and they've just shed all over the sofa. And exactly like what I've just said, I keep thinking, right, I will do that, and then I finish after dinner and I completely forget. And look, it's amazing when you sweep up the floors how much accumulates. Again, our little mini vacuum cleaner, the Robo Cleaner, I keep meaning to put that round down here, and I keep forgetting, so I must get in the habit of doing that. It's amazing how many things are actually habit, and once they become habit, it makes the job a lot easier.
Before I leave this room and I'm going to mop the floors, leave this room so they can dry, I'm going to pop on my wax melt. I'm going with Welcome Home today. It's one I originally bought in the States, but I have since found it in Asda Walmart. It's a really nice one for this time of year. It is very autumnal. It's a little bit kind of spicy with kind of like cinnamon hints, but it's not too much. It just smells really, so it's got a hint of apple. What does it actually say in here? Sugared apple cinnamon, there you go. There you go, that sounds so much better. It's a really nice one though, if you like the kind of autumnal scents. I did buy it some time ago, so I don't know if they've still got it, but yeah, Sensationals it's called. I really recommend that one. And the other thing I love a good cleaner to get me excited to clean the house. This one is Sif. It is a winter indulgence cream. It smells, again, it's really good. I'm going to do my work surfaces with this, and this stuff is really good for getting off marks as well. And I've just put some in the sink for some water, and I am going to do my floors with this. 100% natural, apparently. So let's pop that on the surfaces. I'm going to clean these as well, clear it all, and we'll give those a wipe over. I was just clearing everything off the work surface, and I managed to knock my Pepsi can over. So I've just been cleaning that as well. So even more reason just to give it an extra clean, because I don't want it getting sticky. It smells so nice and clean. I'm going to do the rest of the work surfaces with this.
I really wanted to tell you about that cake I made yesterday. So yeah, yesterday didn't quite go to plan. I planned to do my reset yesterday afternoon, but the phone rang a couple of times and it just didn't happen. But I've been meaning to make this ginger cake for days now, so I decided just to go ahead and do it anyway. So this is a take on a ginger cake, but I've decided to turn it into a ginger and pumpkin cake. It's a bit of an experiment, but it's worked really, really well. I'll leave the recipe down below for you. By the way, I've been writing up, making little recipe cards of mine, and I keep them over on my Patreon, in my Patreon community, but they're for free members as well. There's different types of tiers, starting as a free tier, so you don't pay for anything, but you can access certain things. And then the paid tiers start at £2 a month. So the recipes I include now as a free tier. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave the link down below, and then you can actually print off the recipe cards as well. I will include this one because I was so happy with this one. The experiment turned out really well. So I turned my usual ginger cake, which I love, into a ginger and pumpkin cake. When I say pumpkin, I am substituting the pumpkin for butternut squash. I find it a lot easier to use, as I've mentioned recently. I am using it so much in recipes at the moment, and I am loving it. We're having it, like I said, tonight in chili as well, and just a little spoiler, it turned out amazing. I was so happy with it. So yeah, I'm just having a relaxing afternoon today. The previous day, obviously, making this cake, and my ginger cake is tried and tested. I've made it loads of time, but I have never added ginger, the pumpkin, to it. And seeing as it is pumpkin season, it just seems like the perfect time to do it. The other thing I really like about this recipe is that it makes up 2 loaves, which I really like. We won't eat the 2 before one goes soft, or one goes over. So what I tend to do is freeze one, and then it's either nice or gift one, obviously. But in our case, I will freeze one, and then it could be that I can defrost one if we're going to visit a friend or family in a few days or something like that. Or sometimes what I do is I'll make up 2 loaves of whatever I'm making and then take one to our son next time we see him. So this is the butternut squash that I've already roasted. You've probably seen me do this in previous videos. And then what I do is, before it goes in the oven, I chop it up into bits, peel it, and then just sprinkle with a little pumpkin spice. If you don't have pumpkin spice, I have yet to find it in this country. It is just a blend of cinnamon, ginger, and allspice, and sometimes nutmeg or anything like that. It's those kind of seasonal spices. Anything will do. Just throw them all in together and you've got your pumpkin spice, basically. And also, when, I know I've just put a wax melt on, but when you bake something like this, the whole house is just filled with autumnal scents. It's one of the best smells to have in a house, so I really recommend doing that. I've just kept this in the fridge, as you can see, and so now I am just mashing it with the back of a fork. It's that easy. I have been adding this to so many things lately. You've seen me add it to mash. I have added it to savoury things. It is just literally going in everything at the moment, and I am loving it. The thing is with this recipe, it's mostly done in a saucepan. You need to cook up the fats and the sugars and everything else to melt that down, but then you have to just leave it slightly because you need to add the eggs. So by adding the cold milk, I've taken this off for a moment, as you can see, off the heat. The milk then brings down the temperature. Otherwise, if you add the eggs to the hot liquid, it turns to cooked eggs, like scrambled eggs, which we do not want. So add the milk first. Make sure you do that just to cool down the liquid before you add your eggs. That's a really important one. But I'd love to know if you're wanting to give this a go. Are you a pumpkin fan? I know it seems to be one of those things not everybody is. I love it. I'm really recommend doing this. This, by the way, I'm adding the bicarb soda here. I remembered this time, pop it into a little bit of water to dissolve first. If you throw it, which I quite often do, straight into the recipe here, without doing that, you end up with little pockets of the powder, which is not very nice. I mean, it's not bad, but it doesn't look pretty. So this cake, I remember last time I made it, so many of you said, oh, put your mixture in your KitchenAid mixer. I didn't need to this time. Just by doing that, it's really helped, and I didn't end up with all the little pockets of powder this time. So definitely remember to dissolve your bicarb of soda. So tell me what you're enjoying baking at the moment. Are you enjoying anything seasonal? Are you adding seasonal foods into your normal foods like I am right now? To me, it's all about the squashes and the apples. I'm just literally throwing them into everything. One thing I haven't done are pears, actually. I haven't done a lot of paired things, but even like apples, I'm throwing into savoury dishes. I'm doing it a lot at the moment, and I'm really enjoying the season at the moment. I am thoroughly enjoying this autumn. We've had some lovely autumnal walks. I am just really, really embracing this season. These are my 2 pans. Like I said, I like to do the 2 at the same time. And then I just literally pour it into the pan and pop it in the oven for about 40 minutes. It's a really nice, easy one. Like you see as well, it is just a throw in the pan and blend up together. I was going to use my ladle, then I thought, no, I'm just going to lift it and pour in anything that makes the job a little bit easier. You can see the lumps of squash there though, but you do not taste them or feel them in the recipe at all. It is completely smooth, so please don't worry about that if that's something that bothers you. You don't notice it at all. I did something else the other day and I didn't notice it as well. Oh, I added some bits to my pumpkin cake, because I've always used tinned before. It's my first year that I've actually roasted it off myself, and again, although I thought, oh, this is going to be quite lumpy, it didn't feel lumpy or taste lumpy at all. So yes, if you've got the squashes, it's working out so much cheaper than buying tins this year, and there are the finished cakes. They look so good. Just going to go back to my present day, and I'm sweeping up the floors now, or actually I'm mopping them. I've already swept them. I'm just going over with a damp mop just to give them a clean. Right, that room's done. I left my Pepsi over there. The floor is wet. Never mind, I'll grab it later. Let's grab the mop. I'm just going to pop some bleach in here. I did give here a clean yesterday, but I'm going to put some bleach in the loo and just mop the floor over. I like to always give the bathroom a thorough going over on a Monday morning, all of the bathrooms. But I didn't actually do the floors, and I just think putting bleach down the loo just makes the place feel so much fresher. So it's a quick fix. And seeing as I'm blitzing the whole house, I may as well do that. This room is always tidy, however, it does need some dusting. I noticed, for example, the tray here is very crummy. Give it a clean. It's been a while, as you can see. There are lots and lots of crumbs here and bits of dirt from the plant from where I test to see if they need watering. Oh gosh, that stuff smells so good. If ever you haven't bought this in the States, Rainwater by Mrs. Myers. It smells like Disney H2O. It's so good. This was one of my cuttings that I'd done. It didn't take, so I do need to redo this. I've got others that I want to pop in there. I'm just going to clear all these surfaces as well, and whoops, dust here, it's all very dusty. So let's chat in the comments. Are you loving this new season right now? Are you fully embracing autumn? I would love to hear, and tell me whereabouts in the world you are. Is it autumn where you are? Is it still warm? I was chatting with my lovely friend Anne-Marie over in San Francisco, and she was telling me how it's still really warm. They went pumpkin picking and it was like 70 odd degrees. So I would love to hear, what does autumn feel like to you? We went for a walk this evening, and it was dark, and it was actually a really lovely temperature. I'm just really enjoying autumn at the moment. So tell me how autumn feels for you, and are you enjoying this current season? Right, that room's done. I am now going to do the stairway, because you probably can't see, but it is really, really grubby, really dusty. I could do with hoovering actually. Right, I'm going to take 8 shorts up, take the charger up, and dust, and then vacuum.
Take your time, fall in line someday. It's hard to win, hard to pin one day. I
way done. Next up, I just want to quickly tidy around in the bathroom. I can stock up the loo rolls, hang up the towels, and clean the floors and bleach. And again, this was all cleaned yesterday, so I'm just giving it a quick go over because I didn't actually clean the floors yesterday.
In your
And that's another bathroom ticked off. I feel so hot. It's definitely a workout, isn't it, doing the cleaning? Got some empties. I'm going to take those down, and I need to empty the bin from my craft room as well. It's overflowing. I keep meaning to do this. So today is definitely the day. I've got a few loose bits here. Let's pick those up while we're at it. I've got some recycling there. And it's amazing just cleaning up the floors, how good the place feels. I think for me, the floors are a big factor. If the floors are clean and clear, then the room feels so much better. Let's take this down and empty this. And everything is done. And oh, my Zoom's already started. I'm going to pop on. Just done my Zoom. I've started prepping all my stuff ready for the chili this afternoon. And I have just reheated some leftover soup. This was the chicken pie soup I made the other day. What did you have for your lunch?
Hummus and pasta bread.
Oh, you had the homemade hummus. This is so nice. Somebody left a comment the other day just saying, why do I always make so much? I don't think often I intentionally do. I think it's just from cooking for a family for so long. You just always make more. But I actually really like that now. Why are you laughing?
For your second, third and fourth.
I do like a second serving, I know. But I love now, one, having leftovers, and we always keep them. For like lunches, they're really handy, aren't they? We've got a couple of different things in there for lunches. But I love batch cooking now. And I like making a couple of extra meals and freezing them, labeling them up, and then we've got them ready to go, especially during busy times of the month where I'm really busy with work. Or sometimes it could be if we're heading out for the day, I can then just pull a freezer bag out with like a stew or a casserole in or something, leave it on the side, and then when we get home, I've just got to defrost it. Or the evenings when Aid's gone out to work and he's had like a lunch out and doesn't want to have a main meal when he gets home, that's perfect then for me just to pull out one of my, especially one of these where it's like a single portion. This is like 1 cup of soup, 1 bowl of soup. It's just ideal then for me to have that just to heat up and go, right, I'm going to have my lunch and then we're going to make the sausage chili.
Something I try and do when I have a reset is actually sort of reset myself. I've kind of mentioned this before. I never, ever, ever take time out for a lunch break, even though I work from home. But I actually made the effort to today. The soup was so nice. But I actually went and sat on the sofa and put some Trashy TV on. And I didn't feel bad for it, and I just used this time to kind of recharge myself, and it felt really good. I love anything trashy on TV. I am loving at the moment, or I have just finished watching Seeking Sister Wives. I love a bit of TLC, I really do, the TV channel, and I completely blitzed through the whole of the new season whilst I was kit packing last week, so I was looking for something else to find on TV to watch. Just something, you know, when you can just escape from it all. Let me know what your favourite trashy piece of TV is. What do you enjoy watching? I just find that, like I said, I switch off, I escape, and I just find it really relaxing watching these kind of things. I think there's just something relaxing about watching other people's lives that are so different from yours. I don't know why I find the whole polygamy thing so fascinating. Not something that would be for me, but I thoroughly enjoy watching it and learning and just hearing different people's points of view. I'm a very open-minded person. I like to think I'm very non-judgmental, so I do find it really interesting. I love all like the big families, you know, like what are some of the, like Plathville, love Welcome to Plathville. And I really loved it when the Duggar family were on TV. That's obviously going back quite a while now. Anything like that I really enjoy. Like I said, just so different from my world. I can just really enjoy watching other people's.
I have done well with my list today. I'm pleased about that. I am going to start this sausage chilli. The only reason being, like I said, is because I've got sausages left. Managed to get 2 things eaten out the fridge. Aid had the leftover hummus, I had leftover soup, so that's really good. Let me just show you what I've got on the side here. So I am also using up some squash that I've already roasted. I've been popping this in cakes and all sorts. I've got some peppers, carrots, onion, garlic, celery, and all that, and some squash to go in there. I've got a tin of taco mixed beans. I've got some, I think, leftover tomato soup that I made and some leftover beans. So again, I'm using 4 lots of leftovers here. That's quite good. Chopped tomatoes, I've got ketchup and brown sauce, and then out of here, I am going to take cumin, coriander. I'm going to have a little bit of cayenne pepper. I'm looking for turmeric, and I think that, let's pop some extra garlic in as well. That will be my seasonings there. That's everything for our sausage chili. It was such beautiful weather this morning as well, and now it's raining, so it feels like the perfect afternoon for this kind of meal. I do love a chili. I've never made a sausage chili though, so this is a first. Right, and I'm going to make it in my favourite dish at the moment, my pumpkin dish. And by the way, people have asked how well this cleans. It looks brand new, and I think we've done 3 meals in it so far, and that's browning off in there as well, so it does actually wash up really well, and I still can't believe it was $24.99. I think when I do these resets as well, I kind of get myself in that mindset quite different, and it's not just a tidy up. I'm thinking of it as a reset, not in just terms of the house, but in me. Like then just taking a quick lunch break, which I don't usually do. I'm thinking of it in a reset, in sorting out the fridge, having a little bit of using up leftovers. So it's a reset in many ways, and not just giving the house a bit of TLC. I also quite like to think of it as like a little bit of seasonal love. So like putting on the kind of like seasoned wax melt, that kind of thing. Oh, and we have added a new door wreath to the front door as well. I'll show you in just a second actually. Let me get the garlic on and the onions, and I will show you what we've done. You may well remember it from last year. I was after an autumnal wreath. We went to Home Sense, and there's my alarm going off. We came home with something that I wasn't quite expected to come home with. Right, I'll take you to the front door and show you what I've done. So I've added a hook to the front there, and then we've got the Mickey wreath on the front door. This was what Aid found last year, and there was no way he was leaving it behind. There was just the one there, and he was adamant he was having it. So last year we just had that one, but I just feel that it can't really go on the front door. I feel like I put it on the front door, I think maybe like the 2nd week of October, but I wanted something sort of like throughout the whole of autumn. So I will now keep, after the 31st, I'll pop this other one back on the front. And when do you think is an acceptable time to put the Christmas? I don't feel like our Christmas wreath is Christmassy. I feel it's more wintry. I think I'll say, because I do like this one, I think I'll do the 1st week of December, like 1st of December maybe, then I'll switch it up. Probably start getting the Christmas stuff down before, because we're quite excited, but I think I'll have the orange one on the door until the end of November. What do you think? I'm just going to brown off those sausages.
So this isn't a recipe that I'm able to share, it's just one that I'm making up as I'm going along. I had the idea purely because I want to use up these leftover sausages. So I've done, like you saw, the garlic and onion in the pan, threw in the sausages, let them brown slightly, and then I'm throwing in all my veggies. Again, it's just as what I usually do, just using up bits and pieces in the fridge. I wanted to use up some of the butternut squash. I've got some peppers here as well, chopped all those up, and I had a few old carrots and a bit of celery as well. well. So that's been also chopped up and gone in. I wanted this to feel like a really rich chili, really full of crunch as well, and I love that by adding the squash or the pumpkin, depending on what you go for, it adds a real richness. I know a lot of people don't like it because they say it's sweet, but I don't taste the sweetness when you add it to something like this. Instead, it just creates this incredible richness to a casserole type stew type meal. Throwing in my beans. I love the taco bean mix from Lidl. I like the different types of beans you get in there, the corn as well. It just adds a really nice variety, and then I usually add a little bit of water from the tin into the pot as well. I'm also going to throw in some chopped tomatoes, tin chopped tomatoes. I'm not going to add too much water to this, and I'm not adding any extra stock either. Instead, what I do is just a squirt of ketchup and a squirt of brown sauce, and that is just quite enough. Something I did completely forget to do today was add my spices. Usually I add my spices at the start when I'm browning off my onions and garlic. It just works really well. I completely forgot. So if you do forget, it's not the end of the world. I'm throwing them in now. I've got a good teaspoon of garlic powder, and then I'm going to do the same with coriander, ground cumin and ground turmeric, and that's what I'm adding into this. And I also did a little sprinkle of cayenne pepper. I didn't want this to be too spicy, just a little bit of warmth, so I just find just a little bit of cayenne pepper is plenty for us, and then obviously a little bit of seasoning. That's the cayenne pepper, so that's what I'm doing there. So not too much, considering we've probably got about 4 portions out of this in total. So again, I'm doing some extra to keep for another meal later in the week. I love doing a meal like this. To me, it's one of the most coziest meals. I'm letting this cook down now, letting it bubble up, and then I'll pop it in the oven with the lid on for a little while on about 160.
I'm so impressed. We've just been upstairs and Ada's got the little mini vacuum cleaner, the Robo Cleaner, going around again. It's done a really, really good job. We haven't been using it upstairs purely because it kept wanting to go down the stairs. Just couldn't seem to get it right. So Ada put, like you saw, a box up there today. It's done it so well, and it's even pulled my hair up, which I am so shocked hasn't got tangled. He's emptied it halfway through. It's been so good. So I haven't had to vacuum upstairs. We're going to start using that every week now. I'm really impressed. It was an ad gifted thing. It was given to us to share on one of these videos absolutely ages ago. We use it downstairs loads. So if you are interested in one, I'll leave the link below. Completely does. We've got like, what do you call them? The wooden floor things. And obviously it does carpet as well, as we've seen today. So we are very good. And it even does like going up rugs, and our rugs are quite chunky. We've got the big like rattan type rugs. Really, really good. I'd really recommend. Anyway, I'm in my craft studio now because I've obviously given the rest of the house a lot of TLC today. So I'm actually going to continue my reset and sort out and come up here and go through some of my craft stash right now. So if that kind of thing interests you, this video will actually be up the day before, so I will leave a link to that if you want to go and check that out. I'm looking forward to doing this. I've just bought myself up a Pepsi, and I'm in the mood for just spending a couple of hours at my desk going through things. I'm organising a happy swap as well. I have a Patreon community where I do online. Actually, we've got a crafternoon coming up on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to that. An autumn festival crafternoon. It's going to be really lovely. I'm hosting it on Zoom, and it's for anyone in my Patreon community, and that starts from just £2 a month. And you also get access to our online community, our chat group. We have a autumnal swap happening at the moment, a happy mail swap, so you would get access to that. And about 5 years, it's coming up to 5 years now, 5 years worth of downloads. And then there's different tiers you can add on if you want. Digital kit now. I've just started a digital kit last month. We've got online classes, exclusive videos, loads of behind the scenes stuff, and then also up to my top tier, which is you get a little happy mail package and a handwritten postcard or letter each month as well. So if that kind of thing interests you, I'll leave the link down below if you are crafty as well. Right, I'm going to sort through my stash now.
So in case you'd like a little mini preview, this is all the tidying that I did. I did so much reorganizing. I was so happy with myself, organizing everything into kind of like categories and different pots and boxes, and then I was also able to tidy quite a lot away that were in places where they shouldn't have belonged. And then I sorted out 4 different happy mail piles as well. These will be sent to other crafting friends of mine. This is the kind of thing we like to swap with each other. And then I did a big bin of rubbish. This is all going in the recycling, and then I've got a donation box as well for one of my teacher neighbours. I'd love to know if you are a paper crafter as well. Do you watch both of my channels, or are you watching this channel not aware that I had a paper crafting channel as well? Please let me know, and if you would like to watch this video in full, it's over on my paper channel right now. I'll leave the link below. I hope this is still warm. I checked it quite some time ago, about an hour ago. I ended up sticking it in the oven. I wanted it to really cook down so it became really rich. I came down, I ended up filming my video for quite a long time, and I came down and it was really, really cooked in well. You know what I said about no marks in the casserole, in the pot? We're really putting it to the test now. So it had really, really cooked down. I was kind of trying to remove it all from the sides. I don't know how warm it is now. I should have put the oven back on. Yeah, I'm going to need to heat that through a little bit. As you can see, that is one very, very rich chilli now. Hey, do you want your sausages left whole? Or...
I'm happy left whole if you want to.
Yep, okay. It smells and tastes so good. What I like about doing this, I've got the sausages and eggs, and I haven't bothered with mine because I'm not that fussed, so I've been able to obviously manoeuvre it around, and I've just got the veggies and he's got the sausages. Look how delicious. I've topped this with a little bit of natural yogurt, some cheese and some chives. Right, I'm going to finish this video by showing you the pot. It washed up so easily, despite it being completely cooked on. The whole of that was like chili, where it all splattered in the oven. I am so impressed, and I didn't have to scrub it, it just washed off. I'm so impressed with that pot, I really am. Do you know, I really needed to give my place a bit of a sort out today. And
My place?
My place, sorry.
My place?
Our home. A good sort out. It's just made me feel so much better, it really has. There's a lot to be said for clean floors. It really is.
Done the hoovering.
Thank you for hoovering upstairs.
Twice.
Right, I'm going to finish this video now. I hope you've enjoyed this. I really recommend the ginger cake. Oh, we're just going out for a walk actually. We've just had dinner.
Get back there.
Yeah, it is dark outside. I'm going to wrap up. We're going to come in and have ginger cake and a cup of tea.
Ovaltine.
That sounds really nice. And that, come and tell them what you thought of the chili. Chili isn't AIDS thing at all. I loved it.
I'm just grateful to be cooked for.
That's his way of saying it's not my favourite thing.
As you say, the kids, wasn't it? It's not to my liking.
Oh, you said you liked it.
No, I did. The chili was nice. The worst part for me was the sausages. I think when you put sausages in like a casserole, they go, for me, they just go too soft. And you don't sort of enjoy a soft sausage, yeah.
It did add a nice flavour to it though.
Did it?
Smokiness, yeah.
I love the flavour of everything else, so yeah, that's great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it anyway, it was really good. But thank you very much for watching. I hope we've inspired you, and please go along and clean along with us.
I was teasing, I put the face.
I'll see you in the next video, take care.
Bye.
Bye.